what has really turned out to be a great football Monday. Well, how about the Detroit Lions over the weekend? Amazing performance beating the Minnesota Vikings, and they look like they may be off to an amazing postseason. Either way, pretty exciting football yesterday on TV, and a really exciting football day yesterday right here in West Bloomfield as our amazingly successful and impactful West Bloomfield high school football team, which I, by the way, get the pleasure of calling on Friday nights during the football season, had a really big day. They had their banquet and celebrated a great season for our varsity players, honored those players that are moving on to bigger and better things, and certainly talked about it and recognized the players that are coming up through the system. It was a great day. Our Tyler Keefe was there yesterday, and he captured all of it and is editing it all together, and will have a complete comprehensive piece of the banquet and be able to play that for you on Civic Center TV in the next couple of days. But I get up this morning and I start looking around on social media and I see all these great pictures of the recruiting visit to the Semaj Morgan household yesterday all over the internet. We'll take a look at some of these pictures. Joining us now is Erika Morgan. Erika, good morning and welcome to the Splash Live.
Hi, Dave. Good morning. How's it going?
Going great. So, look, what an exciting time it must be for your family. Your son, Semaj, has just been an outstanding football player. It's been such a delight calling his name and his number the past several years as he has just thrilled the fans as an amazing wide receiver for the West Bloomfield Lakers and now is heading off to the University of Michigan. Coach Harbaugh, Coach Bellamy, and Coach Sherrone Moore, the offensive coordinator of UM, we're at your house yesterday. Tell us all about it.
Yes, they were. Coach Harbaugh, along with Coach Ron Bellamy, along with Coach Sherrone Moore, they came to our home yesterday for breakfast. And that was really awesome of them because they've been so busy and on the recruiting trail, visiting all kind of recruits. And we're excited about that. But they came to our home for breakfast. We fixed them a great breakfast that morning. Coach Harbaugh was gracious enough to walk into my kitchen and he said, I want to do the dishes. And
We
so
got
I
a
said, "No, Coach."
I didn't mean to
I said,
interrupt you, but we got a picture. There it is. There's a picture of the coach. I mean, it's what any nice guest would do when you go over to someone's house, but that must have caught
yes,
you a little bit by surprise, and you were wise enough to get a picture of it.
yes, I did. And then actually, we wasn't going to get a picture of it, but one of my friends, her name is Keisha. She was over. She's like an aunt to Samad. She said, "Let him do the dishes." And I said, Coach, come on, get over here and do the dishes then. And we gave him he started washing the dish. And I said, oh my gosh, what that did to me as a mom just let me know that his heart is like a heart of gold. And it really opened up to me to show that he's a humble, approachable coach that is not too good to wash a dish in your home. And it's not that he was doing it for the semantics of recruiting Samaj. It was more so his character just showed that he was genuine in coming into the kitchen to talk with me because everyone else was still in the dining area, and so he came in just wanting to help out to see what he can do after eating, and I just thought that that was amazing.
So, what do the coaches say, and what kind of discussions have you been having about how Semaj Morgan, your son, might fit into this amazing time and program at the University of Michigan?
Some of the things that the coaches talk about, they love that he brings the heart of what they call a dog. Like he plays with such passion. And they talk about, they see him in the slot receiver position. They may see him, running up, catching a long ball. They also see him probably on special teams, I'm believing, because he can definitely bring back a kick return. He can take balls back over almost 100 yards. So I think they see him being as almost like maybe a Swiss a Army knife, a Swiss knife that they be able to use him and just see where he is really good at. They know he's a good receiver. They know if the ball is in his catch radius, he's going to catch it. And I think they're just excited to get him to get his body together to mold him into what they call a Michigan man and impart into his future. So one of the biggest things that they do talk about is not just about football, but making a young man out of him. Because Samaj will be 17 when he starts in January, and he's going into another level of his life. So as parents, it's kind of hard to let your child go. But I think he's in good hands with Coach Bellamy, Coach Harbaugh, and Coach Sherrone Moore. And for a lot of the Michigan staff that's up there, they're amazing. And so that's one of the things that they indicated that they see him being definitely in that slot receiver position and other things that they may want to use him for. And I think he's going to get up there and work hard for it.
Well, I really appreciate that behind the scenes look here. And, we don't get to see that. And so I appreciate your story. We did see a little bit of it this year when the running back coach, Mike Hart, was running into some problems, some health problems. And then you could just see the connection between Donovan and the other running backs and Coach Hart right there on national television. And then in the moments after he was hurt. And it just really rung through. But it's really good to hear that from you. Let's talk about Ron Bellamy. It's a little bit of a challenge for us, and you can probably talk to this better than I can. But even though Ron Bellamy is our former coach here in West Bloomfield and a good friend of many, there are recruiting rules, and that makes it difficult for him. He just can't come over here and hang out at a high school football game on a Friday night, even if he wanted to get back and hang out with his team. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, that is true. What a lot of people may not know, Coach Bellamy definitely knows Semaj. He's been in his life and since he was a young boy. But it was definitely something in which Coach Bells couldn't just say, "Hey, let me just come over to your house and just hang out at your home." It was more so he's very professional. He does his job in an excellent way, and the way that he even at that time, I think he was a safeties coach at Michigan, and he wasn't the receivers coach. At that time, it was Coach Gaddis that actually offered Semaj and saw something in him. So it wasn't like Coach Bell said, "Hey, I'm picking Semaj." Semaj had to prove it. Semaj had to prove that at that camp in June, I think of was it 2020, he
Hmm.
proved himself to Coach Harbaugh and Coach Gaddis at that time that hey, you're not just picking me because Coach Ron Bellamy knows me, or you're not picking me because I'm a West Point kid. You're picking me because you see something in me and you think I can get the job done when I come here. So Coach Bellamy has been professional and excellent in every way. I think he is the epitome of what Michigan needs. I think Samaj learns so much from him. And Coach Bell texts Samaj and has a great relationship with Samaj, and Samaj texts him too and reach out to him. So that's one thing about Michigan and Coach Bellamy. He makes sure he connects to the players. I think they have more of an authentic coaching staff that really wants the players than just to say, "Oh, I'm recruiting." He can recruit the 5 stars, the 4 stars, the 3 stars, and make you feel like a 5 star. So that's what I love about Coach Bellamy. He's top level
Well,
coach.
we've seen that in West Bloomfield, his impact on the players here, and I can just tell you, and Tyler would say the same thing. Tyler Keefe, who has done most of the interviews with the players this year, the players are so impressive in this program, and that doesn't happen by accident. That's because of great parents like you and the other parents on the team staying very involved in their children's programs and nurturing and providing all the support and care and direction and love, but it's also a great coaching staff. And Coach Bell really helped make that transition just a little bit tough because, we can't hang out with them as much as we would like to because of all the recruiting rules. But, when I went to college a billion years ago, it was nice to go to college somewhere where I knew some other people. And look at the connection we have. We have Makari Page. We have Donovan Edwards, who has become a national celebrity here. And your son and Amir Herring, theoretically, it's pretty exciting. The West Bloomfield University of Michigan connection seems strong, and it's got to be a bonus, don't you think?
I think it is a bonus. It was actually a moment yesterday at the recruiting visit where Coach Ron Bellamy got Donovan Edwards on FaceTime, and he's showing everybody in the house, "Hey, Don, look at everybody." And Amir and Samaj were able to say, "Hey, what's going on?" And Donovan Edwards was able to impart knowledge into them of, "Are you ready? When you come up here, get ready." And they both with heart said, "Yeah, we're ready. I'm ready." And so it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment. And then we even seen a moment when him and Coach Harbaugh had a moment just through the phone where Coach Harbaugh patted his chest, Donovan Edwards patted his chest, and he just was like, "Coach, you seeing their love and connection." So that's what was so important that You see Donovan Edwards up there. You see that he's making a great impact just in his world of football and throughout the nation. And then now my son is about to go join Donovan and Makari Page and some of the other West Bloomfield and Amir Herring is amazing. They're about to join and be a part up there at Michigan. It's amazing. I couldn't ask for anything more. I think it's a blessing in disguise.
It is a blessing, Erika Morgan, and and it's not just about athletics and about the individual performances of each of these fine student athletes. It's about what it represents about our community, the kind of athletic program and the kind of school we have and the kind of community we are, and it
Yeah.
doesn't hurt. To let people have a very positive and upbeat feeling about West Bloomfield. These young, amazing athletes are ambassadors of goodwill for our community. And I'm so glad that everyone gets a chance to meet you because, the apple hasn't fallen too far from the tree. Look at you, amazing, successful lawyer, just killing it and bringing up a great family. And that's really what our community is all about.
It is. I would say Semaj has been in West Bloomfield School District for all his life. He started here at Gretschko. He went through to his not Chico, with right here on Commerce. It's leaving me. With Mr. Oh gosh, it's leaving me. But
It's okay. Don't
he followed through, and then he went to Orchard Lake Middle
you
School.
bet.
Scotch. He went to Scotch,
Scotch, right?
and
Forgive me.
he
Yeah.
had right. He's had great administrators. We love them, Mr. Borders, Mr. Scrivo, Mr. Pace, and at the time, Mr. Watson. So to be honest, the Maj has had a good community support. We love our community. We love the administrators that have actually imparted into him. Because of course, Samaj is a kid, like I say, with edge. I know my kid. We know what we put into him, but he's misunderstood a lot. But you know what? He's one of those kids that just have a heart of gold. And when you love him, you love him. And I'm a mom. I got that mom's love, but Springfield has been an amazing community. We have been out here for almost 18 years now. So it's a blessing. And I'm so happy that he was afforded the opportunity to go through the way that he did in West Bloomfield. So we
So
love West.
we got about 30 seconds. Thank you for saying all that. I really appreciate that, and everyone in the community appreciates that. And just another good opportunity to spread the great message about our community and what we have. 30 seconds. How was the banquet last night? We're looking forward to seeing the video.
Oh yes, the banquet was great. We had a great time. The boys won some awards. I think Samaj won offensive MVP. Amir won like the overall outperforming MVP. Just to see those two boys and some other friends, Deontay Pippins, Ken Jones, and all of the other varsity players really exude happiness. It was great to see them come together.
Well,
Yeah,
and we're
it was.
delighted the cameras were there and that we're able to capture that for the entire community. On behalf of our team, thank you very much. Thank you for being available on last minute notice this morning. I'm really glad you posted those pictures. They're up on social media. If you want to see some of the pictures of the recruiting at the Morgan House, just go up to social media. I think were they on Twitter
They're on my Twitter, and I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how to work Twitter. I only got it because my son, but they're on Twitter. Erica, I guess underscore TD underscore SM, something like
All
that.
right, we
I
got to
don't.
run. Erika Morgan, thank you very much for joining us. I really appreciate it. And
Thank you.